For years, I walked a path that felt safe. Stable job, clear routine, everything by the book. On the surface, it looked perfect. I was succeeding by every conventional measure. But inside, a quiet unease grew. Each day felt the same, and joy was missing. I was living a life that looked good, but it wasn't truly mine. The thought of change was terrifying. What if I failed? What if I disappointed everyone? The fear of the unknown kept me stuck, convincing me that this was just adulthood. I buried myself in routines, organizing, planning, making lists, anything to feel in control. But I wasn't moving forward. I was just circling the same, comfortable ground. The more I clung to safety, the more my inner spark faded. Outwardly, I was competent and successful. Inwardly, I was lost and afraid. Maintaining this facade was exhausting. I knew something had to change. I couldn't keep ignoring the gap between the life I lived and the life I wanted. The turning point was closer than I realized. The breakthrough didn't come with drama. It was an ordinary Tuesday. I sat on my sofa, feeling empty and anxious, paralyzed by fear of making the wrong move. I'd analyzed every outcome, but all that thinking just deepened my paralysis. Then, a new question surfaced. What would I do if fear was not a factor? I let it hang in the air, repeating it slowly. For the first time, I allowed myself to dream without fear calling the shots. The question didn't demand I be fearless, just that I imagine a world where fear wasn't in control. Suddenly the answer was clear. I'd leave my job, pursue my passion, and build a life of purpose. The answer came from my heart, not my head. It didn't solve everything, but it gave me a compass. I finally saw my true north. That question cracked the foundation of my fear. That one question changed everything. The world didn't change, but my perspective did. Fear was still there, but now it was a compass, not a stop sign. The things I feared most pointed to what mattered most for my growth. The unknown became a blank canvas, not a black hole. I started to wonder, what if I succeeded? What if I built a life I loved? My identity shifted. I was more than my job title. My worth wasn't tied to outcomes. Even if I failed, I'd still be me. The goal wasn't just a new job, but a new way of living, aligned with my values. Clarity became my fuel. The leap ahead didn't seem impossible anymore. I finally had a destination, a life lived on purpose. With clarity, change became a series of small, manageable steps. I didn't quit my job overnight. I started by exploring, reading, listening, learning about what inspired me. I launched a small blog, just for myself, to clarify my thoughts. Sharing a post with a friend gave me a boost of confidence. Each small action was a stone on a new path. I reached out to people in fields I admired, asking for their stories. Their openness showed me that everyone faces fear and uncertainty. Each conversation made the unknown less intimidating. Small steps built momentum. Reading led to writing, writing led to sharing, sharing led to connecting. I was no longer paralyzed by fear. I was moving, slowly but surely, toward my purpose. The leap didn't feel like a leap anymore. It was just the next step. I was building a bridge to a new life, one plank at a time. If you feel stuck or afraid, you're not alone. These feelings are signals, an invitation to grow. Don't ignore them. Get curious. Find a quiet moment and ask yourself, what would I do if fear was not a factor? Let the question sink in. Don't rush or judge the answer. Even a whisper of an answer is enough. Your next step isn't a giant leap. It's one small, intentional action. Read a chapter, journal for 10 minutes, reach out to someone you admire. The goal is momentum, not overnight change. There will be days of doubt. Be kind to yourself. The goal isn't a life without fear, but a life where fear isn't in the driver's seat. You choose your direction. A life of purpose is waiting for you, one step at a time.